Okay, welcome to Freediving Spearfisher. If you don't know much about this extreme sport, you're gonna find out a lot because we've created a relatively accurate portrayal of it here in the Sandbox. So let's get started. And we start here on the yacht that we've chartered, and we're talking to the captain who introduces us to what's going on. There are two levels, two worlds really that we've created in the game so far. There is the coral reef, which is where we start, and as the captain's telling us, there's 4 types of fish that we've got to spear here before we can progress onto the kelp forest. And if you haven't played the game, there's a little introduction here that goes through it, but I'm going to talk you through it. So let's say I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to dive in. And so let's do that. We can look around here and let's jump off the boat and dive in. All right, so we've dived into the coral reef, and there's a whale there. And this is a whole world we've created of different fish and different coral reef types of plants underwater. And you'll notice what's loading on the screen is the quests, which are the 4 different fish we need to spear. Now, you also notice that we just lost a little bit of health. And why is that? Well, free diving. If you look at our character here, he's not scooping. He's down there holding his breath. That's what free diving is. It's using your breath. And that means that there's a limited amount of time that you can be underwater as you're holding your breath. And once that time expires, you either need to get to air to refresh yourself and get a new gulp of air, or you're going to die. And so that's what happens in this game, which is that you have to manage your time and your stamina as you're trying to spear these fish to stay alive. We got a fish here, a clown triggerfish. These are pretty easy fish, so we'll spear a couple of these to get ourselves going. While I've been talking here, I've been moving slowly, and my health's been going down as I'm starting to use up all my oxygen. So, we can climb back up here and regain our health, and then we can jump back in. There are multiple ways to get oxygen. There's little islands that, as you explore this world more and more, there's islands you can climb up to get a gulp of air. There's some oxygen bottles that we've dropped. There's one right there. So it's not just about spearing the fish. Here's another one. Here's a Picasso triggerfish I just got. Some of these guys on this first level are pretty easy. But it's not just about getting the fish, it's also about being quick. Oh, look at that. Look at that lionfish. This guy's a pretty hard guy to get to. I'm gonna come back to him and look at some of the different plants that we have. So, this game's not just about spearing different fish and finding the fish within this world. It's also about managing your oxygen and being clever about that as you get to more and more advanced levels and harder fish. This is one of the kind of islands that you can climb up to get a gulp of air. Let's keep exploring here. There's another lionfish. Oops. Glitch in the matrix there. Come on. This is a great view here. Come over here and talk to this guy here. So we look out across a different part of the coral reef. So we built a few really cool worlds here that you can explore. There's some rays up there. Okay, so we're gonna jump to a fun little quest inside of this level, and we find this diver here who says, "An ancient giant triton needs saving in the cave behind me. Can you help?" And yes, we're gonna accept that challenge. Unlock this objective. And we're gonna go into this cave here, and you'll see it says, "Kill the alien sharks guiding the giant triton." And this is where, as game makers, we have a little bit of fun and do some, start creating characters in some of these caves that you might not find in the real world. Kind of some alien inspired, but if we go back here, we're going to enter a whole new world here. fall into of some alien sharks and some stunning, oops, they're going after us, some stunning, let's get away from this guy. Come on. Some stunning Buddha, okay, we're gonna have to fight back. Come on. Oh, and I died. Well, that was a poor example there. Let's get back to, back to that cave. Okay. So we're gonna go down into that cave. This time we're gonna try not to die from the sharks there. They're actually pretty hard competitors, but you gotta be a little strategy. All right, we fall back down. Let's look around first. We've got a whole new world here. We've got these incredible Buddha statues. We've got these incredible alien sharks, and there's the giant triton that needs saving. So we, some parts of this, when we go underground, we've kind of taken some artistic liberty and let's get away from them, and built worlds that are beyond the reach for our spearfishing. You'll find those in the caves. Got that guy, awesome. One down. 3 to go. So for the sake of keeping this video short, we're gonna jump from the coral reef to the kelp forest. We'll pretend like we have successfully speared the different fish we need to spear in the coral reef. And here we are on the boat above the kelp forest. The captain's welcoming us, and great. So let's go explore this world, a whole different world. And you'll notice there's some new and substantially more difficult sea creatures that we need to spear to advance from here. We've got some crabs, and these guys are pretty ferocious, so I'm gonna get away from them, but we're gonna get some of those. Yeah. There's some triggerfish there. And this is a whole new world. You've got the kelp, you've got some sharks there. We're gonna have to spear some of them. They're pretty easy. There's a teetering shipwreck there, and there's another ship that's been wrecked here with some ancient treasure. Let's pick up some of this oxygen here. Nope, and the shark kind of behind us. Normally I'd be fighting these guys, spearing them, but we're just trying to give a tour of what's going on. There's some mahi-mahi right there. So we've jumped to another part of this level of the kelp forest, and we're in another cave. This is a cave with a number of creatures that glow in the dark. And so we've got some glow-in-the-dark fish here, one of which to capture, a beautiful giant seahorse there. Let's see these guys. These guys are pretty hard. The clownfish are not easy. I'll do pretty well here. Okay, so we've jumped one last time just to show how you can climb up to islands to restore your health. There's a number of islands. They're got different kinds of plants on them. Let's jump back in here. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what freediving spearfishing is all about. You've got to manage your oxygen. You've got to find and explore some really cool environments here. And ultimately spear the fish to win. Thanks for watching.